Dear colleagues and comrades, I hope you are all well. I welcome you to the meeting today. Today we are holding an important meeting as part of the project Extension of Human Rights to Education, which we have been running for 10 years. The title we have chosen is The Global Positioning of the Project Article 26 in Times of International Lawlessness and Anti-Humanity. What we have experienced on a global scale in recent months, namely geopolitical fractures and the invalidation of the rules we know, is creating a reality. This reality is too clear to be open to interpretation. We are not talking about declarations of intent to reshape the world according to economic and political interests. We are facing direct restructuring. Are we returning to an era of territorial conquests and direct occupations? Lawlessness is at play. It is in this context of lawlessness that we can speak of a turning point of Project Article 26, which aims to reformulate the right to education as a human right in a progressive manner. We who are trying to modernize Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which describes education, are faced with a situation where the declaration in which this article is written is no longer officially valid. Whatever the human family may expect, it has a future, and the future must be imagined now, because after the clock strikes zero, the world will take its first breath again. At today's meeting, you, our valued project members, will express your views on the above contradiction from your own perspective. I hope that your problem definitions and proposed solutions will express a dynamism for Project Article 26. In any case, the defense and expansion of all democratic gains of the International Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is under attack, and of the human family in general, is the struggle of our time. Today's meeting will proceed with presentations in different languages, following the speaker order specified in the program. We will be together for approximately 4 hours. There will be no translation. The speeches will be recorded on video and published on our website. Thank you. Now I give the floor to our first speaker, to the esteemed comrade Justice Shimenya, please.
Revolutionary greetings, comrades. My name is Comrade Justice Chinema. I'm the General Secretary for the Zimbabwe Diamond and Allied Minerals Workers Union. I bring revolutionary greetings from all mine workers of Zimbabwe and the people of Zimbabwe. Comrades, it is an honor to participate in this vital conversation at a critical juncture for humanity and for the international system established in the aftermath of the Second World War. Over the past decade, Project Article 26 has served as both a moral appeal and a political framework designed not merely to defend the abstract idea of universal rights, but to actively renew the practice of international cooperation for the common good of all people. The project, conceived 10 years ago and formally launched in January 2017, represents a distinctive contribution to contemporary debates on global governance. It is, in essence, a call for the democratization of the United Nations and the broader multilateral system, a demand that these institutions authentically serve the human family rather than the narrow geopolitical or cooperative interests. Today, we confront a world in which the foundational principles of multilateralism and profound destabilized Powerful states increasingly act outside established legal framework. Global institutions struggle to reflect the democratic will of their constituents, populations, and millions remains effectively voiceless without systems designed to protect their interests and dignity. The erosion of respect for the United Nations Charter and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is not simply a technical or a legal crisis. It represents a fundamental challenge to our shared humanity and to the post-1945 consensus that sought to place international relations on foundation of law, cooperation, and universal human rights rather than naked power. We observe the selective application of international law where principles are invoked when convenient and disregarded when inconvenient to hegemonic interest. The marginalized of voices from the global south in institutions claiming universal representation. The growing gap between the formal commitments enshrined in the international instruments and their practical implementation. The weaponization of the humanitarian discourse to justify interventions that violate the sovereignty and self-determination of people. The challenge facing Project Article 26 and the broader movement for democratic internationalism are substantial. Therefore, comrades, in conclusion, the gathering today represents not only an essential for current conditions, but an affirmation of continued commitment to the vision that animated Project Article 26 from its inception. The task before us is to translate that vision into expanded organizational capacity, deeper analytical clarity, and more effective strategic intervention in the context that will shape the international order of the coming decades. Let this meeting mark not only our concern for the present crisis, but our determination to act as architect of a more just future. Project Article 26 began as a vision articulated by a smaller cycle. It must now advance as a movement until justice, peace, and knowledge across borders and sectors. This democratization of the United Nations and the revitalization of universal human rights are not pen fantasies but practical necessities for human survival and flourishing in an interdependent world. Our task to make that necessary is to make that necessary into reality through patient organizing, clear analysis, and unwavering solidarity. Amandla! Viva solidarity, viva! Thank you, comrades.